Hello everybody, it's me Rossco and welcome to the latest instalment of Game Day. And as you can see, do not adjust your screens, we are once again back at the racecourse ground as Town take on Wrexham in the Championship. Last Friday we were here and Town got dumped out of the FA Cup by the Red Dragons. A very disappointing night, I have to admit. That was a really bad performance from Town. A lot of changes, not much fight, very disappointing. But now, 3 points on the line, off the back of that derby win. Hopefully they can get another win in the Championship. Hopefully a better afternoon in store in North Wales. I will admit that sky there does not look pretty. It is forecast to rain as kicks off. So yeah, Rossco could get wet today. So hopefully that though does disappear and we'll be fine. But anywho, enough about a weather report from Rossco. Today, I'm sure Kieran McKenna will bring in his normal starters. They take on Phil Parkinson's side, who drew actually midweek. They had another game after our game. That was on Tuesday. 2-2 draw at Ashton Gate. They conceded a late goal in that one. But yeah, we already know what Wrexham's all about. I'm hoping though today is going to be a better game, and we shall see. But let's head inside, see what scram we've got today, bring in the team news, the thoughts from the Cowie Army, pit side views, snappy snaps. Let's get right into it. Hope you enjoy as ever. Let's go. And please don't rain. Please.
Alex Jones, my friend, back from New York, the Big Apple. How are you?
Good. I'd think about that because I know you're keeping track. So yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling better than I thought I would.
Good.
Let's say that.
Hello, Harry. Hope you're doing all right. How you doing, Harry? You good? There we go.
Yeah.
And good old Rich, the club photographer. There we go. Back in Wrexham. And Stu.
Hello.
Look at this.
We're all here.
We're filming, are we?
Just a quick one with the food.
When are we not filming?
When are we not filming? Food. I thought it was fish, but it's not fish.
He thought that was fish.
Honestly, if you look. Anyway, it's chicken katsu curry, I think it is.
There's no katsu on that.
No?
No.
Someone told me it was. Anyway, this is rambling on as always. Let's get it in our belly and I'll let you know what it's all about. Team news just dropped. Quickly do that. 10 changes from the FA Cup defeat. The same team against Derby. Hopefully means Town win.
Fingers crossed.
Let's get in our belly.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a bit of a close-up from me right now in my pitch-side snappy-snap position. In a different position to what I was last week. I was actually over there in that corner, but today I'm in this bunker, which has got leaves and everything around it, and it's starting to rain, so I'm going to get wet, I think. So let's bring it on. First half, second half, going to be over there, but I'll show you the view and all that jazz as standard. But yeah, let's do this. Okay, then I've just gone over to the dugout side. Blue Army in the away end. The players about to come out. Let's see how we get on. They're going to come out of this tunnel here, and then the dugout is basically where I'm sitting. So, which is there. But yeah, it's raining. My lens is getting a bit wet. I'm going to have to get some covers on it. And let's see how the players get out, trying to get some snappy snaps. Let's go. Okay, quick one, as the first half is in play. Dara O'Shea, I think, won the toss, and I think he wants to shoot at the Town fans in the second half. So we've had to switch positions, and there's no cover where I'm sitting. I don't know if you can see it in the video right now. But let's see how we get on. The cover is on the camera. Don't know if it's going to do it justice. I think I'm going to have to invest in a better one. But yeah, let's see what happens in that first half. Here's some snappy snaps. Hopefully, good first half. That's going to be very wet. Let's go. Okay, time for a quick snap first half update. Second half has just kicked off. It is currently Desmond. Town have had to come from behind. An early goal for Wrexham, 1-0, Keeper Moore. Then Meti got a goal. Wrexham made it 2-1 with Josh Windass. And then Ivan Azon, the Spanishman, the striker, the Shark, made it 2-2. Town not been at their best, and I think it's going to be more goals in the second half. We shall see. Anywho, let's get some more snappy snaps. Here are second half. Hopefully, some more sellies. Let's go. Right then, well, Ipswich Town have lost 5-3. It's raining. It wasn't a good day at the office. Me and Richard making his debut. My friend, you saw me walking out the stadium and you're like, Well, Ross, that was not good. Thoughts on that?
It was so frustrating. We managed to get back in the game, and then we get up, and you're going, there's 30 minutes to go. Professionally, you see the game out, and we just made a complete hash of it. And
Why can't we defend?
it's just so frustrating that we've got better players than we've ever had, and we don't seem to be able to make ourselves tick and see games out that we should be beating average championship sides. I just want to see us win every game, but I just don't see the closing down that we had before. And that team that we had in the Championship last time would have run through walls. Yeah. And I don't think they got the fair chance in the Premier League. We signed a lot of players which we needed to strengthen, but we signed players that I don't think are necessarily better in terms of character. Some of the players that we signed for a lot of money, like
who sort of was disappointing today for you? You know, there was a moment where, like, you know, Kip Ray made it 3-2, and I was like, here we go, boys, we're going to go on our way. Didn't obviously score that extra goal to get away, and then we just collapsed.
I mean, O'Shea, the defending for one of the goals was just embarrassing. I mean, to me, once you're 3-2 up away from home, you keep the ball. Just keep the ball, keep the other side out of the game, nullify the game. And we just don't seem capable of doing that, which is the basics of...
And to be fair, though, like, our defensive record's been actually pretty good this season, but we just conceded 5.
I think it's a very average championship. Compared to the one that we got out last time, it's a very average championship, or we wouldn't be where we are. Yeah. So we'll wait and see. I think it'll be the playoffs, and it's a bit of a lottery then.
Yeah, well, you never know. We could be coming back here in the playoffs.
No.
Yeah, but to be fair, credit to Wrexham though.
Yeah,
they got their goals. They played well.
They sort of a smaller club. They're on a bit of a roll. They've got the TV thing behind them, and I think that helps in a way. We're the same as we had it when we got our League One. We had that momentum, and that rolled us on, and we've not got this time, and we look like a different side. McKenna was very quick to disappear down the tunnel. It's quick to take the plaudits, but it's at the same time when it goes wrong, you're the head of the team, you have to take the bad side of it as well. So we'll see what comes next.
Well, another Davidson. Steve, my friend, thoughts on that one? Not a good day at the office in North Wales Town.
No, it's disappointing, mate. You know, like, especially from last week where we had the result that we had and the performance that we had. I mean, to come out here, it didn't feel a hell of a lot better, in all honesty. It's like they're not up for it. Really, really frustrating, mate.
The thing is, though, we came back twice to go 2-2, and then we went 3-2 up, and then I just don't know what happened. It just collapsed out of nowhere. I was like,
yeah, exactly. Like to come back from that adversity. That's a mantra, isn't it? Come back from adversity.
Run towards adversity, yeah.
And to come back from that to a levelling position. I don't think we're ever ahead, were we? And then, like...
We were once, 3-2. We're 3-0. Yeah, Kip Ray, bullet goal! Yeah. And then,
So, the Kip Ray bullet goal, and then, like, blink, and before you know it, we're 5-3. Like, great game for the neutral.
For goals.
For neutral, but for us, it's just not good enough, mate. If we want to get promoted, we want to get solidly promoted this season. It's worrying. Really, really worrying, and that's the thing that concerns me. Like, we've got the squad, we've got the player depth, but what the hell's going on, mate? Like,
I think we just don't like it coming to Wales. Obviously, we've got to bounce back straight away, but this is a result that could really affect this team. Hopefully, it won't.
I'm going to be at Watford on Tuesday as well, so you know I'll support the boys all the time. Watford, I'll be at Swansea. Come on, Town. Come on, Town. We've got to do it. We've got to refocus, resharpen, get on the bus and go again.
Well, Ipswich Town, I've lost Adam, my friend. Thoughts on that one? You were here on Friday.
I was.
To see that rubbish FA Cup defeat.
Yeah.
You've seen another defeat here. An improved...
A marked improvement. I think the turning point was Clark had an opportunity.
Yeah.
He cut it back when really he had the opportunity to score there, I think, and they went straight back up and got the equaliser, and the momentum swung. Was it the equaliser? Or yes,
Yeah,
it
it
was the
would have
equaliser.
been, yeah.
And the momentum seemed to swing.
In that period, though, it was just mental, wasn't it? The rain was pouring down and just goals. Everyone's like, what?
Do you know what? As you know, I'm in professional basketball, and that reminded me of a basketball match. It was end-to-end, chances galore. So, yeah, we were on the wrong end of it. Fine margins, but fair play to Wrexham. We played well. The lad O'Brien, who
Really, yeah.
I've liked him for a while. I was hoping that we might get him last season. I think he ran the show for Wrexham.
Broadhead, when he came off the bench, to be fair to him.
Well,
like,
we knew Brody was going to score,
Yeah.
and Kiefer. So it just wasn't our day today. Positives in that we scored 3. Negatives that we conceded 5. We saw the best and the worst from Kipre. His passes out defence are sublime sometimes, but I think there was a couple of errors from him and an error from O'Shea. And it's a shame. But what about his goal?
Yeah.
That was.
That's such a shame when you lose these sort of games, and you just that moment is like in the end of the game that'd be unbelievable.
Yeah,
like, it's still a good goal, but it's
I
like,
thought it was a turning moment. I thought that goal, and we were just going to on our way, but it wasn't to be. The results probably were pretty good for us in around the league. So we didn't lose too much ground apart from on Coventry.
But do we have to watch out with Wrexham now?
They're only 3 points behind us, so it's so tight. That playoff spots, which we're in, we can't talk about the top 2 at the moment because we are in those playoff spots. So we just need to get some momentum. Win on Tuesday. Is Furlong suspended on Tuesday with that booking? I think that could be a major.
Oh no!
That could be a major disruption for us on Tuesday. If he is out, because we've suddenly gone from having loads of right backs to hardly any. I think we'll probably put O'Shea at right back on Tuesday and Kipre.
You don't trust Johnson?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's a good player, but I think at Watford, I don't think he's the right player for that role. So we'll have Greaves in, Kipre a move, and O'Shea will go on to right back, but. We'll see.
We shall see, my friend. Okay, next up, I'm joined by K-Dog. Normally I say all the way from Wales, but mate, we're in Wales, or just over the border, and we've lost 5-3. You had just been in Disneyland in Paris with your kids. I'm sure that was lovely, enjoyable time, a lot of walking, a lot of stuff. You come here, and you've seen 8 goals, but Town have lost. Thoughts on that one?
Embarrassment. To come and don't shit 5 goals. I'm sorry, the defensive was utterly embarrassing because they were 5 really, really poor goals.
Yeah.
And the mentality of this team at the moment is quite frankly embarrassing because they're 2-1 down, just in the first half injury time, score a very good goal, equalise. Probably don't deserve to be level at half time.
No,
but you go and you take it, and then come out and score an absolute.
Oh.
And if you'll allow me that centre half piss missile.
Yeah. I was going to say thunder bastard, but you know.
It's a piss, centre half piss. Qualifies as a piss missile. From within first 5 minutes of the second half, and you're 3-2 up. And a team like ours, if you want to get promoted, you have to. That should be the momentum giver, the thing to boost you on and take you forward and go. Oh, we've turned the game. Let's stamp our authority. And we didn't. For me, the sliding doors moment was the Jack Clark cut back at 3-2.
Yeah, someone mentioned that just a minute ago.
Yeah. If he cuts that, if he cuts it back, if he's cut it back rather than squared, if that goes in, it's 4-2. And then they go straight down the other end, score, and it's 3-3. But it's just embarrassment. It was shocking. I like to pick out a player who played well today, but I don't think any of them played particularly well.
Not really, like I said,
I'm not going to single out players and say he was poor, he was bad, he was bad.
As a team,
because I think as overall the team, I'd give them a 4, maybe a 5 today. Yeah. Overall, it just they don't seem to be clicking at the moment. We went through a period just after Christmas where it looked like Coventry and Blackburn.
Derby, mate. That's a great win.
Well, we looked like we were clicking.
Yeah.
We looked like the team was gelling, and now it doesn't again. It looks like we've gone back a month or two. I don't think at this moment in time, if we end up in the playoffs, we have it in us to win the playoffs.
We could be here again, mate.
I didn't say if.
But yeah.
But then, if you look at the table, Dan just said to me, if we win both our games in hand, we're only a point off Borough. So, in terms of where we are in the table, in terms of raw points, we're not actually as far adrift as it feels. That being said, I would rather have points on the board than games in hand, because the way we're playing at the moment,
not guaranteed to get 3 points. Oh yeah.
One of our games in hand is Hull at home.
Yeah.
And our other game is Pompey away, and they're not easy games at all. Well, there are no easy games in the Championship, but Hull are fighting, scrapping with us, so that will be a good game. And you know,
although they could be out now, or definitely out of the top 2 question because they lost today, didn't they?
Yeah, but
they'll come back.
Exactly. And then Pompey Pompey's always a bit of a tough place to go anyway.
Part 3.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
But you know what I mean? Like it's not like we've got 6 points. You can look at it and go, no, there's 6 points in hand. We'll just take them. I don't know. I think today we looked poor today.
Yeah.
We were bullied by a team whose tactics were lump it long to a guy who's like 6'5".
Worked though.
It worked, and I'm not saying it didn't work.
More. I wish I had Kiefer more.
Yeah, I think perhaps in hindsight we should have signed him at the end of the promotion season, but you know that's what works. So they lump it long to a big striker, and then they score goals. And we saw it at Sheffield United away, banging long ball over the top, unlocked us, and it did it again today 5 times. A lot of Wrexham fans have taken it personally on Twitter that I've made her think it's embarrassing that we've shipped 5 to this bunch of idiots. But it's not personally against Wrexham. It's just to have the same thing happen 5 times. It is fairly embarrassing.
Well, to be fair play to them, I forgot that the chant they were doing is half our team scored. I forgot the chant now. Oh, it's gone out of my head.
I can remember it, but I'm not repeating it.
All right, fair enough. Wrexham fans watching, you know the chant, but I was like, fair play.
Yeah,
I mean, half our team scored.
Well, this is the biggest thing they'll ever do as a club, in fairness. So, beating Ipswich Town 5-3. So you let them have their day. I mean, apart from making an episode out of it on Disney, but you know, I don't know if you can tell, I'm not a massive fan of Wrexham as a whole, anyway. The north-south divide in Wales is quite strong. I don't like them.
No, this is north. You're south.
It's basically England. They won't admit it, but they're basically Scousers.
Well, English borders just over there, isn't it?
Yeah, they're basically Scousers. They're not really. It's
Adam, stop the recording. Okay, the final Coway Army member joining me is Liz. You were here Friday night. That was not good. But today, Town lost 5-3. Thoughts on that one? We've had some great thoughts so far. We're probably banned from here now of what K-Dog's just said. But we won't get into that. How do you sum up that in the way you can as a former teacher? Take it away.
No pressure. Well, I didn't hear what K-Dog said, so I might struggle to live up to that. But so I thought it was better, to be fair. After suffering last week and we had no fight in us and we couldn't pass the ball, at least we couldn't score either. At least we tried today. We scored 3 goals. When it was 4-3. If we got the penalty near the end, it could have been different. If Dara, bless him, hadn't given the ball away at the end, it could at least been a draw. It makes me so cross that there were people booing at the end. I can't see how that helps anybody. It's not as if they weren't trying. They fought to the end. They gave it a good go. It didn't come off, but as long as you try your hardest, and we got 3 goals, good goals, and in most games you'd be happy with that, wouldn't you, away from home? So
the 5 conceding was
that wasn't great, and there was some shambolic defending.
Oh dear.
But isn't our defence the best in the league?
Or joint. I think it's joint, toughest defence in the league, or was. No, not anymore, K-Dog said.
All right, but
It was, yeah, but
so it was
hopefully it's just a one-off game.
an anomaly. I'm
Yes,
going
that's
to call
the
it.
good word. Teacher word that
That's
was.
the teacher word for you.
But
We tried, and if we win against Watford and then win the next one, it's
All
not
forgotten about.
It's not going to matter, is it? We can go on a run.
Yeah.
All is fine. At least, like other games when we've gone behind, our shoulders have dropped and we haven't had any fight
Sheffield
in
United.
us. Exactly. Whereas today was different. And the fans were trying to be positive for most of it. It's just
that's the annoying part, wasn't it? Because twice we went behind, got back,
Yeah.
then took the lead, and you thought, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. And then, I don't know, I think what I said already, just collapsed, and yeah, they got the goals.
and conceding to Kiefer Moore and Brody was a bit.
Thoughts on Broadhead? I'm not that fussed, to be honest, when a former player scores, but he went and probably did a knee slide. I'm like, fair play, but.
I'm not blaming him too much because
Yeah.
I think he probably thought he was good enough to get more game time.
Yeah,
and
true.
On some games he was. It's just he wasn't consistent enough, was he?
K-Dog stand, what?
Let's not forget
Amari
Amari scored against Chelsea.
and did a backflip. To be fair.
So what goes around comes around in that regard.
Yeah, and this is his boy club.
Oh, right, okay.
But anyway,
Yeah, that's true.
we've got the team bus right
Team
here.
bus, lovely.
I'm sure they're going to have a lovely trip home.
You're grasping at straws now.
I am. Final words though, Liz.
I mean, I think if we can put that performance on every week, apart from the shambolic defending, we'll win most of them, won't we? So I was happy with the performance as a whole. Just gave away silly goals, didn't we? But they're a good team, and they're presumably back in the playoffs, and that's
They
for a
must be,
reason.
yeah. I think they're only 3 points away from us now, so
And they've got the whole momentum thing that we benefited from last year, the whole team spirit thing, the fans really positive. They they don't probably boo at the end if they lose a game, So it'll come good, hopefully. I don't want to do the playoffs. That would be so stressful.
I hate to say it, but I've been saying it recently. I bet we have to come here again in the
Oh,
playoffs.
please don't. No. Of all the
Three
teams, this is the
times.
one I don't want. Because they've turned into a bogey team, haven't they?
Yeah, now, yeah.
In 30 years, we've lost 3 out of 3, Ross, so we do not want them in the playoffs. Thank you very much. Although I have to say, I have never been to Wembley with Ipswich, even though I support them since '77.
Yeah.
So that would be good, but then we could lose the playoffs, and that would be
Yeah,
a nightmare.
that would be
So
horrible.
I'd rather we just got automatic. So
Yes.
let's just kick on, starting
Yeah,
from
let's
Watford.
just move this aside,
Forget it.
and then hopefully Watford is better, ladies and gentlemen. But
Tuesday's not very far away,
no, so we'll see.
so we can put it to bed,
Nice one.
hopefully.
So there we go, another game day in the books. Thanks to the KOA Army for joining me as standard. I was going to do the outro pitch side, but it's pitch black out there. So I'm here with a massive Wrexham badge in the media room. It's very massive. I look very small to this Wrexham badge. And fair play to them. They got the 3 points today. Nathan Broadhead, Kiefer Moore, ex-Blues, scoring the goals for them. Very disappointing day once again, North Wales. But thankfully, we can hopefully get back to winning ways as we head to Watford for another away game. And then thankfully, as Still Watson goes for a little wee-wee. Go ahead, mate. I've lost my train of thought now. Watford, of course, next. Then we've got 3 straight home games, which will be very good, being back on Suffolk soil, being back at Bolton Road. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up now, doing some snappy snap editing as standard, and then we're going to head back to a hotel to finish the rest of our work. And then we headed back to Suffolk tomorrow morning, Sunday. But thanks again for tuning in. Share your thoughts, your feelings in the comments down below. A very disappointing day. And yeah, I got a bit wet. But I didn't get too wet, but wet enough. But anyway, I think someone's about to go through this door. So I'm going to wrap up now. Thanks again for watching. Oh dear. Bye-bye for now. See ya.